be started momentarily once we get everybody lined up. She's big top, she's fancy fronted, she's tremendously thick from end to end, folks. She's got what it takes, she's got the look, and she comes from a family of maternal, big, soggy, deep-sided females. Here's your opportunity to put a heck of a percentage show dough right in your string. This is lot number 1 from Regal Goats. Lot number 2 coming to you from Boars by Hobby. We got Holiday Pie. This is a January 4, 2022 full-blood doe sired by Triple M Ranch, Doc Holliday. That goes back to Twin Goats, Doc Holliday over RMA to Bring It. On back to Ace in the Hole, Wild Child, Tidal Rave over to Goats, Penny. On the bottom, you got the Great Princess Pie. On back to Mellow Yellow. My Status is Spoken over Catalina, over Goodwin Farms, Cash's Home Run. Back to Cash the Check and Powers Red Tail Girl. Talk about pedigree, folks. Talk about pedigree, we can talk about it all day long on this female, but look at her. She's absolutely stunning, exceptionally put together about her blade, fancy and feminine fronted, tremendous top, tremendous hip, and I'm going to tell you, she's one of the leaner does in the sale. This doe is thick, this doe is powerful, this doe's got what it takes to play on whichever side of the game you want to put her on. She's a very versatile female that certainly says, hey, look at me, take me to the show. You're going to get a lot of good looks, when that judge comes and handles from the point of that shoulder all the way back out to her pins. She just gets wider and more powerful, and one of the hardest handling females you'll put your hands on. This is lot 2, Hobby Holiday Pie from Boars by Hobby. Lot number 3. Coming to you from Hazelbaker Goats. We got 3 Haze, nasty but classy. I think that's a fantastic name for this female. She is as classy as they come. Born June 3rd, 2022, this full-blood doe is sired by Nasty Thoughts, also known as Chubbs. That's Nasty Habit over Thoughtful Decision. Back to Fix It For Us. Primo's Delightful, Unanimous Decision, a penny for your thoughts. On the bottom, 3 A's Chica. Back to Jim Beam, Woodford Reserve over Cash's Home Run. And Caliente, back to Johnny Walker over Scarlett O'Hare. Of course, we know what that Jim Beam Cali cross did. Produced your Reserve National Champion buck this past year. Look what a female right at the top of the 9 to 12 at the national show. She is thick, she is bold, she's extremely good rib, fancy fronted, fantastic headed, and you put this one out in motion, you got to love the way she glides and strides around the ring. This is a painted up female that is destined to do great things, not only in your show string, but also as a donor female for you. We got a great one here in lot 3 from Hazelbaker Goats. Lot number 4 coming to you from W2A Farms. We got Katniss, born 12/11/21. This full-blood doe is sired by Straight Shooter. Straight Shooter, I believe, was a reserve division champion or division champion in the junior show at Nationals at unanimous decision over the Great Reddens. Let me straighten my crown. Going back to Smoking Express, Angels Mist, My Status is Smoking, and Polson faces Aurora. Talk about a female I ran about all the time, that Aurora female. If you can add it to your pedigree, you better do it, because you're going to get big, soggy females like this. On the bottom side, you got Sea Breeze, back to the Great Anchors Away. That's Starstruck over Deuces, Aces High, and then to Goats Southern Whisper, back to the Great Tango over Fitzwater's A Little More Summertime. Winning genetics here in this female. Any way that you look at it, exceptionally cool top, one that walks and tracks extremely well, long-sided, fancy and feminine, but she's still stout and powerful and bold and dimensional. She's the type, she's the kind, folks, and she's looking for a lot of banners. You could be standing right behind her, holding that buckle. Tonight, starting at 5 o'clock. If you can't get here to Hopkinsville, we'll be on DV auction. Here we got lot 4 from W2A Farms. Okay. Lot 5 is not coming up. Lot 6 coming in. We got KYFRF Rebels Cold Run to Mars. Coming to you from Fallen Rock Farms on September 3rd, 2022, full-blood doe, sired by the legendary Rebellious Decision. At unanimous decision over RMA2, She's a Rebel. Back to Smoking Express, Angel's Mist, King Me, and Haven. And out of B Square Goat Farm, H567. On back to Klondike. Back to Cat and Hat over I Got Lipstick and RSM 4 Degree. Back to Mulberry Meadows Magnum and DCL Highland Meadows Strawberry. A rebellious decision, daughter, folks. We know what he's done and we know how much we miss him in this industry. She is refined. She is powerful. She's got a tremendous hip into her. She's one that's long and green. Braden kept talking to me through this process. She's getting longer. She's getting taller. It's going to take her a while. She's going to certainly be that yearling Shodo, but I'm going to tell you what, come about North American, she's going to be pretty deadly, folks. Check her out. She's stout-skulled, stout horn. She's made right. She's designed right. She moves right. Here she is, lot 6 from Fallen Rock Farm. Lot number 7, coming to you from Falcon Creek Farms. Clay Orman's bringing us smoked old fashioned, born February 22nd, 2022. This full-blood doe is sired by the National Reserve Champion Buck Jameson Whiskey. That's Jim Beam over Caliente. Back to the Great Woodford Reserve, Cash's Home Run, Johnny Walker, and Scarlett O'Hare. On the bottom, you got Smoking Hot Lady. Back to Smoking Hot Halftime Show. That's Lucky's Copper Time over Smoking Hot Spotted Bee. And Smoke Break, back to Ash's Asteroid and Smoke's Jubilation. This dapple-headed female certainly has got a lot of rib shape, a lot of depth of body, a lot of symmetry in her line. She's one that's maternal, yet stout. She's one that's fancy and pretty, yet still stout and rugged from end to end. She is one that certainly grabs your attention. This is lot number 7, Smoked Old Fashioned from Foggy Creek Farms. Oh, folks, look here, lot 8 coming in the ring from Regal Goats. We got Black Beauty, born March the 4th, 2022. This full-blood doe is sired by the legendary unanimous decision at Smoking Express over Angel's Mist. Back to Smoking Hot Ruger, to Goats Molly, Get a Grip, and It's a Picasso. On the bottom side, you got Regal Black Betty. Back to Honky Tonk Daddy. That's the Blacklist over Shaken Not Stirred. And Monkey C. Back to the great Goats Monkey Business over Regal for Your Eyes Only. This female is one that you certainly gravitate towards. She's big-footed, she's big-boned, she's wide-based, she's tremendous fancy through her front end, but she's still stout-skulled. She's wide, horn set. She carries that width and dimension down her top and out of her hip, really deep out of her twist, carries that muscle way down into that hop. Folks, and she's black-hided to boot. Talk about a really unique black one. Here she is. This is lot number 8, Black Beauty from Regal Goats. Maybe one that the pictures just don't do her justice, and I don't know that I can explain her the way that she truly hits me. Lot number 9 coming to you from Borderline Farms. This is Whiskey Rain. Born November 22nd, 2022. This full-blood doe is sired by Jameson Whiskey, National Reserve Champion. That's Jim Beam over Caliente. And out of ERL, Waiting on a Woman. Now, that was a female that sold in the Elite sale last year. We want to talk about one that's powerful. She's big-topped. She's pig-butted. She is fancy as they come, front to back. She's one of the stoutest skulled females that I've seen, yet still refined and lays about herself correctly front to back. She's one you get your hands on. She starts with dimension at the point of that shoulder, and she carries that whip front to back, folks. She's got a huge future ahead of her. Let her be, have that huge future in your herd. This is lot number 9, Whiskey Rain from Borderline Farms. Here comes lot 10 from Redden Brothers. We got Callie Jane, born March the 4th, 2022. This full-blood doe is sired by MM7 Camarillo. Back to Cupertino over Santa Monica. Back to Smoking Express, Power Spice, More Power, and Mount Madonna Senorita Lupe. On the bottom, you got A-Tab, Clementine. Back to the Great Ace in the Hole. Exceeds expectations over E, Eggs, Z, 563. And Addie back to Got You Thinking over the great national champion, Adriana. This doe is one that is certainly sound. She's functional. She's as fresh as they come, front to back. You love the levelness of top. You love the spring of ribs. She's one that's capacious and correct and fancy and feminine and maternal. Any way you look at her, you got to lock her. Here is lot number 10, RBMG Callie Jane from Redden Brothers Livestock. Lot 11 coming to you from Taylor Jones. We got Good Time Tees. Born March 3rd, 2022. This full-blood doe is sired by ZA Interstate 70. That goes back to Jim Beam over BSA Jello Shots. Woodford Reserve, Cash's home run, fixing the party and pass the crown. A really interesting cross on top, and that Interstate 70 is a heck of a buck. On the bottom, Painted Decision. That's unanimous decision over Penny for Your Thoughts. Back to Smoking Express, Angels Miss, Riding Out to Storm, and Simply Irresistible. An absolute powerhouse of a spot back female that's dimensional in her design. She's stout in her frame. She's killer in her top. She's exceptionally balanced from front to back. Folks, she's the type and kind to get excited about. When you stand over top of her and look at just how dimensional and wide she is, you gotta love her. This is lot 11, Good Time Tees. Lot 12 coming to you from I-80 Alliance. We got Smoking Irish Ann. Born March 17, 2022. This full-blood doe is sired by Smoking Express himself. That's Smoking Hot Ruger over to him, Goats Molly. Back to Ruger Loaded, Smoking Hot, Polar Express, and FSC 7105. On the bottom, you got Miss Airborne Ann. Back to Take Flight. That's Goosing over Duchess to Lacey. And out of the great Miss Ann herself, back to W238 and Schaefer Farms Lady Piebald. Talk about genetics. It's hard to build one that is genetically similar. We put our hands on her. She's one that is impressive about her top. Tremendous about her shape from hooks to pins. Fancy and really attractive through that front 1/3. Really elevated. She's certainly one that can play on both sides of this world and do each side in great quality. She's the type and kind that's just dimensional and out on all four corners, and regardless how she moves correctly. This is lot 12. Smoking Irish Ann from I-80 Alliance. Moving on to lot 14. Folks, maybe the only one in existence. Certainly the only one I've ever seen for sale. We got 14 Hobby Ruger's Asteroids coming to you from Boars by Hobby. Born September 25th, 2022. This full-blood black dapple female is sired by Ruger. What does that mean? We talk about the basis of pedigrees. We can go on and on and on about what Riles did in the 2000s. Ruger, undeniably one of their best bucks, if not their best producing bucks. And here's an own daughter of Ruger, and she's black dapple. I don't think there's another one out there like it. Ruger is brass shot over R879 back to gauge, so you got top brass and gauge all in the top side of that pedigree. On the bottom, Scarecrow's Asteroid. Back to the great Kingpin Scarecrow, back to Kingpin over Dapple Dottie, and Kimmer's Cadillac Jack over Hobby Bling in Black. This is one you undeniably gets you excited. From the way she's made, to the way she handles, to the way she's bred, she's got it all. Any way that you look at it, she's got it all. Here's lot 14 coming to you from Boars by Hobby. Folks, thank you for joining our live. The Elite No Sale will be starting at, good deal. We've got a few more. We're going back to 5. 5 coming to you from 2 in Boar Goats. We got Snow Angel. This is a September 2nd, 2022 full-blood doe, sired by the great man from Snowy River. That buck did a considerable amount of winning, both in the JABJ and the ABJ Nationals a few years ago. He is monkey business over Fiona, back to Ace in the Hole, Southern Miracle, Got You Looking, and one hot drama mama. On the bottom, 2 in Boar Goats, Party Time Gal, back to the Great War Party. That's Man of War over Party Train. And 2 in Boar Goats, Hope, back to the Great Trouble over Beyond the Limits. Limits was the senior national champion, though, sold for like 30 grand. We're talking about a pedigree that is a generator. We're talking about a female. I think today, earlier, I think Mr. Terry Burks used this doe for junior reserve. She's the type and kind to be competitive. You love the way she's designed and put together tip to tail. She's big, she's bold, yet she's functional. She's tremendous off her feet and legs. She's got a ton of natural shape and dimension of muscle. And she's wrapped up in a package that is that dang good, it's hard to get. This is lot number 5, Snow Angel from 2M Goats. One more coming in. Coming to you from Amber Schroeder. A percentage doe that I'm pretty high on. I believe I used her to do some good winning out at Houston. This is 2M Goats Icicle. Born September 7th, 2021, she is sired by Jim Beam. That's Woodford Reserve over Cash's home run. We've talked about him. You've seen that in pedigrees. Well, here's a percentage doe you can start a dynasty around. You want to talk about one that's thick. You can put a plate on her top. She's got tons of rib shape. She's as fancy as they come, and to be as wide and powerful as she is, she's still smooth and correct about that blade. She's tremendous from hooks to pins. She's stout skulled, and folks, she's just a 50% doe. You want to create a percentage dynasty, here's your opportunity, and here's a daggone good doe that can go right on out into your show string and be pretty dang competitive and pretty hard to get around for the rest of the show season. This is lot number 13, 2M Goats Icicle, coming to you from Miss Amber Schroeder. Folks, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining our live. Make sure if you've not already, hit that like and share button. We got the Elite Doe sale. Starts at 5 p.m. Central Time here in Hopkinsville. If you can't get here with us, you can find us on DV Auction. We'll see you shortly.